All right, so welcome to our mask class or our preparing our instruments and our products that we're going to use on our client's face if we're making a mask or if we're making any type of product. So all the products you see right here is for all the things that I make, and even up here, even all my CBD soaps to down here to where you have your HydraFacial to mask, hyaluronic acid, oils, everything. Everything is all natural from the best organic stores, such as like a Mom's, a Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, black-owned stores, Asian-owned stores to Indian. Most of these are international market organic ingredients. That's the world, hence the mask. And so the mask class, let me take this mask off because I know you can barely hear me. So in our mask and product making class, this is everything how you would stage everything.
Welcome you guys to the mask class. The mask class, this is everything that you're going to need for your class. So when you are preparing for your setup for your aesthetic or skincare, or if you're an aficionado of skincare, just a person who loves skincare to take care of their people, then this is what you'll need for all your powders, your clays, your additives, and your wet mask. And we're going to go over those 4 different things.
You will be fine. The next one, and remember this row right here in the middle row right here, this little middle section right here in the middle, because there's 1, 2, 3. The middle section, the 2 lane, number 2 lane right here. This is actually your additives. These are additives. The first row is the clay mask. These are all the clay masks that you're going to use in the video. Okay, so that hopefully that does not throw anybody off. So row 1, or actually column 1, is going to be the clay mask. Column 2, this column right here, is going to be your additives. So the additives, remember we went through rose kaolin clay, then we have rose hip powder, then we have cinnamon, we have coca. So let me just open it up. And they have different little compartments, different little earpieces and holes. But these, you don't hear shit on the airplane. Seriously, forget AirPods or Apple iPods. No, these things are beasts. If you really want to sleep, get some peaceful sleep on a plane, train, wherever, even at night when so-and-so is sleeping and snoring, you got to give them a rib shot. But if you don't want to hurt them, then yeah, put your earplugs in. You don't even hear the crickets fucking, like for real. You know how loud crickets are when they fucking like with the bed springs. Yeah, so when the crickets are out there fucking, then here, you wear these, and yeah, you don't hear anything. And some of us live in the backwoods. We know how it is. Take care of yourself out there. Take care of yourself. So again,
all right, so now that you guys know what to buy, what to purchase for your mask class, and like I said before, it's going to be your class when you teach your own classes. This is just pretty much, I'm a facilitator. I'm just going to show you what I use, and I facilitate these products for you so you can actually say, oh, look, I can make a better informed decision instead of actually just doing some crazy shit on YouTube, and these people aren't even a professional. So for me, as a professional, I'm just showing you guys what goes on in my everyday life of doing my mask class. I keep it simple. I don't try to do the $300, $400 mask facials that you see on some people's videos. I'm not going to say names, but it's a little bit overboard. It's overkill. In the real world, real spas, you're not doing this unless you are maybe in LA or overseas or something. But in the real world, you are only going to be working on people who want something quick, fast.
All right, everybody, thank you guys for watching. This is going to be our mask class. And I'm wearing my mask only because I wanted to show you guys that, yes, we are still using universal precautions and staying prayed up, booed up, bunned up, everything. We're doing it for the new 2000 and I don't even know the year. It seems like this year has been really crazy. Jesus. But anyways, yeah, it's 2021. Hopefully you got vaccinated. I have my vaccinated card. That's what I'm wearing right now with my dog tags from back in the day that saved my life with the Jesus piece. My mama gave me this. The little cross. I loved it. I was in boot camp. I was scared, terrified. Didn't know where I was going to go overseas. But she gave me the cross and kept me there. Put on my dog tags. I was like, oh, Jesus, God, I was so happy. I made it through. But I got my little I got vaccinated card just to let you know that I'm vaccinated so you guys don't fucking tear my head off and yell at me anymore about, are you coughing over the client? There's little particles coming out every time you speak. Yes, that's correct. You are right. You're a scientist. You're better than me. Other than that, I'm just showing people that yes, I am vaccinated. But you don't have to be vaccinated. You don't have to fall into, you know, the same lock and step that everybody else has to be. If you know you're indoors, you're away from crowds, you're doing what you're supposed to do, social distancing. That's a wonderful thing. And plus, if you only have a one or two or three clients and then they have a mask, you have a mask, you guys are good. But I got one just because of my other employment. They kind of force us to do it by a certain date and time. Hint, hint. They don't say, hey, Benjamin, you better have it by tomorrow. But no, if they say you want continued employment with us by a certain date and time, it is going to be a mandate and you have to have it done. That's why I got it done. But let me take off my mask because you can barely hear me. It's like, okay, take it off. You can barely hear me. Speaking like, I don't know, that foreign language. So I love my mask. People get irritated over the mask that I wear. I don't give a fuck about them or anybody who's against equality, fair pay, equal housing, the lower class. I'm part of the lower class. I mean, I'm now above the lower class, but I come from the slums, the gutter, just like anybody else, the ghetto. So I don't like how people will pick on another nationality. Like right now, the Asian community is pretty much getting beat up by white people, black people. It doesn't matter. Like racist people, idiot people. That never happens in front of me, ever. I'm waiting for it to happen. I am literally waiting so I can jump out my motherfucking car and go strangle the shit out of somebody who pushes a 97-year-old. I don't give a fuck what she is, alien, dog, cat, xenomorph. I will still go protect that person. For real, for real. So that just doesn't happen in where I'm from. That's what you always have. It's always happening in somewhere far off land, distant area, rich areas or some shit. But besides that, I'm blessed. This is the mask class. I took off my mask because, yes, we were doing good. Our client is doing good. She doesn't have a mask because how are we going to do a mask class without, removing a mask? The first mask we're going to go into is pretty much prepping. We're going to prep the skin. We'll do a nice cleanse. We'll go from there, see if we have any uneven hair or unwanted hair, peach fuzz. We're going to get rid of those because to do a mask, you really need to get as smooth as a shave or skin where it's not blocked or clogged, blackheads, whiteheads, uneven skin tone, hyperpigmentation. You want to take care of those issues kind of before all of these masks. So you have matcha tea. This is Brazil clay. Put everything to the side. And then straighten them up. To where they're all in a uniform order. All right, so since you have everything in line, let's begin. So the first item you'll need is a spoon. You need a little small cup. You'll need bentonite clay, activated charcoal, and there's one more bag. Just searching for it. Found it. Turmeric. So all of these are powders. And you preferably want to use a rubber bowl. Get some water. or you can use rose water, either one. Fan brush. Wipe off your fan brush if you used it before. You don't want to have any other additives or alcohol or anything that could disrupt your clay. Make sure it's dry. Take a little bit of water. I would say maybe 2 teaspoons, or correction, 2 tablespoons, or the towel into their face. And press and hold. Soften up that mask, because I fast forwarded through the video, time lapsed it, so we could get through everything. But normally you would want to wait for the mask to solidify and go into the skin. Give it at least 10 minutes. Sometimes you can get away with 5 minutes, but 10 minutes is a general rule for any mask. And if you want to do more than 10 minutes, that is totally fine. It's just harder to take off. Now, only reason I'm using white and it's a hot towel, because this one, once it dries, activated charcoal and turmeric, oh yeah, it's kind of tough to get off. So you kind of want to use a hot towel, but it messes up white towels. So try to use darker towels, but white towel is all I have. And this is just a lesson to those who work in the spas who love white towels. But this is why you don't use white towels, because even if you clean it with the best solutions in the world, aging skin. So when you age, we can always age gracefully. And the mature skin, I actually ran out of battery for some reason, and I forgot to actually mix everything to show you guys how I mixed it, but it's the same as the first one we just. Nice thin strokes. You do not need to saturate the client's face with a lot of product. As you can see, even in the bowl, it's too much, and I only added a little bit, like I said, a teaspoon, and I still have a lot. That's why these masks will kind of never really run out. Even if you had a whole year's of clients, you probably still have a lot of product left to use. A little bit. And as you've seen in the earlier videos, we're going to use cocoa powder. Teaspoon. Remember, less is best. Sea kelp powder. And this is sea clay, also known as powder that we used was the aloe vera powder. And so for that type of benefit for the aloe vera powder, it's full of antioxidants and minerals, which can help speed healing and moisturizing, and it's good for all skin types. The second one we used was the cocoa powder. And remember, the cocoa powder was full of antioxidants as well, and it blocks harmful free radicals in the body. So we're applying it to the face, nice and even. It may be a little runny. That's why I used a little bit too much water. So remember, just use 1 tablespoon, but we still caught it. See, I just caught it. Yep, I'm a professional. And then that third clay we used was the kelp powder, the sea kelp powder. Put a little bit of a teaspoon of cocoa powder in your bowl or glass bowl, which we're using. Use a teaspoon of flaxseed. Zip it up, put it back in your bag. We're gonna use aloe vera powder, just a teaspoon. We're gonna use chamomile powder, teaspoon. As you can see, I'm getting lower and lower, or using less and less and less of the product. And with just a few taps, or maybe even a teaspoon of the rose clay. As you can see the pinkness right there, pink rose clay. A full tablespoon of water, 1 and 2. These masks, because yes, they are time consuming, but they're so great for your skin. As you can see, her skin is glowing, like good grief. Jesus. Yes, if you do these masks once a night or every other night, oh yeah, that acne will go away. Yes, your skin will be fresh. You will have your mature skin looking like flawless, beautiful, gorgeous, youthful skin. So that's the benefit of using these masks. So now I'm applying it nice and light. Let's talk about the benefits of our sensitive skin additives and clays. So we talked earlier, but we never discussed the rose clay because we haven't added it yet. So rose clay is much more, gentler. Really stuck to the skin. He must even got a song about it. So my ego goes everywhere I go. So I forget the next with Beyonce. Going to get a teaspoon of Razul clay. I don't know why I said clay like that, like clay. Razul clay powder, teaspoon. Goes a long way. Charcoal powder. And remember, I know I'm using a tablespoon, but I'm only filling the tip with a little bit of powder. We're going to add in a full tablespoon of water. 1 and 2. So 2 tablespoons debris of just from the pores, calming and lightly hydrating the skin, and it's great for sensitive skin. Razul clay is awesome, very powerful. We added in turmeric powder, which before we talked about turmeric is high in antioxidants, reduces hyperpigmentation, and evens the skin tone. Good and great for acne as well. And so we talked about activated charcoal powder. So activated charcoal powder draws out toxins and fights acne. So if you have super oily skin to combination skin to normal skin, it's still going to draw out those oil glands and sebum and sweat that causes acne. Going to pull out those impurities. So we also used aloe vera powder. So that aloe vera powder is full of antioxidants and minerals, which helps fight the speeding process of healing. So if you have some sort of inflamed skin, irritation from bumps and scars and acne, hey, it moisturizes and it's good for all skin types. Aloe vera powder, calm and soothing. So then our last additive that we added in was a chamomile powder. And so remember earlier, the chamomile powder, it helps fade scars, fights acne, and